Good morning, all my dear students. So now we will study the next unit, and that is engineering materials. Two subtopics are there. First one it is specialty polymers. Second one it is nanomaterials. In specialty polymers, we have to see five types of some special polymers, and then some nanomaterials that we have to see. What is polymer? Polymer is a chain of monomers. Number of monomers are there in a single chain or that can form three-dimensional network. Depends on its arrangement, it is having the property. But some polymers are there, and that some polymers are having some specific properties, and because of that we can use that for specific end use. Though this use it is limited, but in that case we can use that polymers with that specific properties, and these types of polymers are called as special polymers. We can use that polymers in engineering field, in medical field also we can use it. Why? Because that exhibit remarkable performance in limited but special applications are there. Which are these special applications? That can be aerospace composites, membrane for gas liquid separation, fire retardant fabrics. There we can't use any metal, any wood, anything we can't use, but we can use the polymer for fire as a fire retardant fabrics. We can use that in sutures and surgical implants. So that polymers are flexible also, that are dissolvable also. Some polymers we can use it for display monitors. So these polymers are not used by common layman. They are not commodity polymers, and they are costly. They are used for specific end use only. Specific applications are there because these are having some specific properties. So now we will see that polymers one by one. So first special polymer that we have to see, that is engineering thermoplastic. In engineering thermoplastic, one example that we will see in detail, and that is the polycarbonate. What is that engineering thermoplastic? This it is a group of materials obtained from high polymer resins, and these are having one or more outstanding properties if we will compare that with normal thermoplastics like polyethylene, polystyrene, polypropylene. So these are the normal thermoplastic. We know thermoplastic are formed by addition polymerization. So if we will compare properties of our engineering thermoplastic, then these are something different. Which can be that properties? That can be high thermal stability, excellent chemical resistance, high tensile strength, high impact strength, high flexibility, mechanical strength, light in weight. Because of these properties we can replace some metal, alloy or wood by these thermoplastic. Why? Because metal, if we are using metal, then there can be corrosion, but these thermoplastics are having chemical resistance. At the same time, this it is having high flexibility, high mechanical strength, and at the same time this it is light in weight. So wherever the weight and strength ratio is there, there means weight it should be less, at the same time strength it should be excellent, then in that case we can use that engineering thermoplastics. But at the same time these are priced 1 to 5 times the cost of commodity plastic, and this it is natural. And this, so first example we will see, and that is the polycarbonate. What is the polycarbonate? Polycarbonates are polyesters having functional group linked together by carbonate group. So two functional groups, and these are joined by one carbonyl group. That is nothing but the polycarbonate, PC. Common name of that it is Lexan and Merlon. This is the structure of polycarbonate. It is formed by two monomers. Which are these two monomers? Bisphenol A with diphenyl carbonate. Bisphenol A, it is two phenol rings joined by carbon with two methyl rings. Diphenyl carbonate, it is two phenyl rings joined by carbonyl group. What are the properties of this polycarbonate? So that we are saying that this it is engineering thermoplastic. This it is having remarkable properties, like it is high impact strength and have high tensile strength. low combustibility, high melting point. This it is highly transparent plastic. We can compare its transparency with glass, and this it can be up to 88%. As this it is transparent and at the same time has impact strength, tensile strength, so we can use it in construction material. We can use it as substitute for window glass. We can use it in dome lights. We can use it in sound walls also. Then this it is transparent, and then third property it is resistant to water and organic compound. Because of its optical clarity, this it is used for making sunglasses, swimming and scuba goggles, safety goggles, then in helmets, automotive headlamp, there also we can use it, as this it is transparent and it is resistant to water also. Good heat resistance, and that can be up to 140 degrees centigrade. But at the same time this it turns yellow if it will expose to UV sunlight. After some time it will turn to yellow. This it is good thermal and oxidative stability in melt, but at the same time this it is limited chemical and scratch resistance. This it is limited. Now what these are the applications of polycarbonate. First it is electrical and electronic components, where we can use that polycarbonate in electrical and electronic components, because this it is electric insulator. At the same time this it is heat resistant and flame retardant property it is having. Because of that, this polycarbonate is safe to use for electrical and electronic component. It is used for making electrical insulators, industrial plugs, sockets, switches, covers of cell phone, laptop. Then the second application it is, and major application it is, so this it is in the production of CDs and DVDs. There we can use that polycarbonate, and here it is prepared by injection molding of polycarbonate. This it is too much flexible, so we can use it. Then the next and major application of polycarbonate it is optical application. This it is optical clarity it is having, and this optical clarity it is up to 88% if we will compare that with glass. So there we can use it in optical applications, like we can use it for making sunglasses, goggles, scuba goggles, because this it is water resistant. At the same time this it is tensile strength it is having, impact strength it is having, so it can be used in automotive headlamp lenses, windscreens of motorcycles, in planes and helicopters also we can use it. Now previously glass was used to correct the poor vision, but that glass, thick glass we have to use. But now because of this optical clarity we can use that polycarbonate as a eyeglass lens, and at the same time no need to use that thick glass, but this PC it can be thin, very thin lens we can use it. Then the next application and very important application it is construction material. So this it can be used for replacing glass due to its optical clarity, at the same time tensile strength. So we can use it in dome lights, in flat or curved glazing walls, or in some show lifts. There we can use as a window in place of that glass. Then the last application it is security components. So this it can be laminated, and then it can be used as a bulletproof glass. These are the applications: construction material, then data storage, CDs, DVDs, scuba goggles, optical device, sunglasses, lenses, safety materials, covers of cell phones and laptops. There we can use that polycarbonate. Now next type of polymer is biodegradable polymer. What is its chemistry, degradation and its applications, that we have to see in this biodegradable polymer. Number of applications are there of this polymer. Everywhere, anywhere we are using that polymer or plastic, but at the same time number of problems are there. across the Pacific Ocean. Plastic everywhere. Everywhere there is a plastic. We can see the sea of or garbage of that plastic in ocean. Plastic litter and waste cleanup cost approach $1 billion. So now we have to think about the degradation of that plastic, of that polymer. To overcome the problems due to plastic waste, we have to now think about the degradation. To substitute non-degradable petroleum-based polymers with biodegradable plastic, we have to think about that also. We have to introduce bioplastic from renewable resources into market, so that after its use, after its application, after its end use, now after that it should be degradable, so that it will go in nature. What is biodegradable product? Biodegradable product has the ability to break down safely, reliably, and relatively quickly by biological means into raw materials of nature and disappear into nature. So biodegradable product, it means if any polymer it is biodegradable, it means it will break down easily, safely, and relatively quickly. There should not be too much gap it is. After its use, there should be quickly its degradation, and that degradation, it should be biodegradable. It should be by biological means. It can be bacteria, fungi, it can be water, it can be environmental, any factor, so that its degradation it will be, and it should go in environment, in nature as raw materials, and it should disappear in nature, because that is the nature's way. Nature's way it is, every resource made by nature returns to nature. We should follow this rule. This it is nature's rule. So that rule we have to follow. Nature has a perfected system. We just need to figure out how. So now polymer, it should be degradable. So now we have to find out if any ways are there, so that there will be degradation of that plastic, of that polymer. Elsewise there will be increase in pollution. So here the list it is given of some material. So that material, how long does it take, how much degradation time it will take, so that is given. Cotton rags 1 to 5 months, paper 2 to 5 months, rope 3 to 14 months, orange pills 6 months, wool socks 1 to 5 years, cigarette butts 1 to 12 years, plastic coated paper milk cartons 5 years, plastic bag 10 to 20 years, nylon fabric 30 to 40 years, aluminium cans 80 to 100 years, plastic 6-pack holder rings 450 years, glass bottles 1 million years, plastic bottles maybe never. So there may not be the degradation of that plastic, and if some plastic it will degrade, like we can see that if some child, he will use any toy, and then after some 400 to 500 years there will be degradation of that toy. So this it is very serious issue, and that we have to think it now, because no degradation it is there of that plastic, of that polymer. So now we have to think about, from pollution point of view, about the degradation, and it should be actually the biodegradation. Some factors are there that affect the biodegradation. So first one, it is microorganism like bacteria, fungi, algae. These feed on polymer by breaking the CC bond, but this process it is very slow process. Then environmental factors are there like temperature, moisture, pH, oxygen. So if these conditions are suitable, then also there will be biodegradation. And the important factor it is nature of polymer. That polymer nature, it should allow the biodegradation. This biodegradation it happens by hydrolysis and then oxidation. So if polar group is there, so that polar group it will facilitate the hydrolysis and thereby the biodegradation. So in this reaction, RC double bond OX R2. So here C double bond OX. So that if polar group is there, there will be hydrolysis. That X, it can be oxygen like in ester, that can be NH in amide, that can be S in thioester. Three types of biodegradable polymers are there. Natural polymer, that is first type. These its origin, it is plant or animal. Examples are fibrine, collagen, protein, gelatin. Then the second type, it is synthetic polymers. These possesses biodegradable property, but these are produced synthetically. PLA, polylactic acid; PGA, polyglycolic acid; PLGA, polylactic glycolic acid; PCA, PCL, caprolactone. So these are some examples of synthetic polymers. And then the third type, it is biosynthetic biopolymers. These polymers synthesized by microorganism, which process is there, that is fermentation. Example, it is polyhydroxy alkonates, PHB, that is polyhydroxy butyrate; PHV, polyhydroxy valerate. These are some examples of biosynthetic biopolymers. Number of applications are there of this biodegradable polymers. Like first, it is medical applications. In medical field, we can use that biodegradable polymers, like in wound management, that is sutures to hold the edges of wound. That biodegradable polymers are used as a thread. Then staples, in place of sutures, in some cases staples can be used. These are the special, and these in place of that suture to close that wound, staples can be used. Then to hold that edges, clips are used, adhesive it is used. Surgical mesh, that is also of biodegradable polymer. This mesh, it is loosely woven sheet, and this it is used during surgery or after surgery also to support that organ. This it is also of biodegradable polymer. Then the next application, it is agricultural application. Farmers are using too much fertilizers and pesticides nowadays. So whatever the need of that plant, according to that, only that much fertilizer, that much pesticide, if it is we have to use, then it can be filled in the capsule, and this capsule, it can have some time released coatings, so that minimum pesticides and fertilizers that can be supplied to that plant. Then in packaging also, we can use that biodegradable polymers. So film, it can be of moisture and heat retention films can be used in packaging. Second or next application, it is dental applications. So here, guided tissue or bone regeneration membrane that can be used, and this it can be of biodegradable polymer. This it is a barrier membrane to direct the growth of new bone or the tissue at site. So that is done by this guided tissue regeneration. There biodegradable polymer it is used. After extraction of tooth, that void, it can be filled by that biodegradable polymer. In cardiovascular also, some applications are there, like stents. Stent, it is a tiny tube that can insert into a blocked passage, and this it will keep open that passage, and so it restores the flow of blood. In drug delivery system also, we can use it. In tissue engineering also, we can use that biodegradable polymer. Tissue engineering, it is the use of combination of cells, engineering and materials to improve or replace that biological tissues. So there also at scaffolds we can use it in or that is one more use of biodegradable polymer. So number of uses are there of these biodegradable polymers. Now we have to see one example of that biodegradable polymer, and that is, so some examples of biodegradable polymer: polyhydroxy alkanoids. Now here you can see if R and X it is different, depends on that the types of PHA, that is polyhydroxy alkanoids are there. Elsewise the structure it will be same. If that R it is CH3, that is nothing but PHB, that is polyhydroxy butyrate. If R is CH2CH3, that is nothing but polyhydroxy valerate. If it is CH3 and CH2CH3 in a series, then that is biopole, it is PHBV, polyhydroxy butyrate valerate. Combination of that PHB and PHV, if it is, then that is nothing but biopole, its common name. and it is PHBV. So here R it is CH2CH3 and CH3 also. So here X it can be 1 to 3 or it can be more. In that first polyhydroxy alkanoate, first one is polyhydroxy butyrate, that is PHB. Polyhydroxy alkanoates are having biodegradable property, but these are synthetically produced. So here in that polyhydroxy alkanoate structure, R it is CH3, X it is 1. These PHB are produced by fermentation of glucose by Bacterium alcalagon eutrophis. For these bacteria, these PHB, they are using that PHB as globules, and these are the energy storage medium. So we can compare that as fat in animal or starch in plants. So for them, these are the energy reservoirs. These are brittle, highly crystalline, water soluble, and these are non-toxic polymer. This shows good oxygen permeability and therefore rapidly biodegradable. High melting temperature, and that is up to 200 degree centigrade. Some factors are there that affect the biodegradation. So first one, it is microorganism like bacteria, fungi, algae. These feed on polymer by breaking the CC bond. But this process, it is very slow process. Then environmental factors are there like temperature, moisture, pH, oxygen. So if these conditions are suitable. Third and important type of polyhydroxy alkanoate, it is nothing but PHBV. This it is combination of both, that is polyhydroxy butyrate and polyhydroxy valerate. Here the R it is CH3, R it is CH2 CH3. So in a series uh, both PHB and PHV are there. This it is also called as biopole. Its common name it is biopole. Whatever drawbacks are there of PHB, that can be reduced by addition of PHV in that. Like the drawbacks are brittleness, high crystallinity, and high melting temperature of PHB. So if we will add that PHV in that, then the improvement it will be there, like the drop in melting temperature, reduction in crystallinity, and its flexibility it will increase. Also its impact strength it will increase if we will add that PHV. So combination of both, um, it is having good properties than that of individual. This it is produced by alcalagon eutrophis when it is grown in presence of glucose or valeric acid. These are the physical properties of PHBV. Increased polymer flexibility and toughness. So flexibility it will increase, but at the same time toughness also increase. Melting temperature reaches maximum at 30% mole of PHV. Resistance to oil, it is very good of PHBV than that of PHB or PHV. Moisture resistant and impermeable, so it can be used in packaging of food material. It is susceptible to hydrolysis above pH 9 and below 3. So this it is nothing but its limitation. Above 9 and below 3 there can be hydrolysis. So because of that we are saying that this it is biodegradable. It can be dissolved in chloroform and methylene chloride. These are the applications of PHBV. It is used in controlled drug delivery. Due to its favorable biocompatibility and biodegradation, the polymer it will slowly degrade into smaller fragments, and then it will release that drug into that in controlled manner. It is also used in internal sutures, so no need, as this it is dissolvable, so no need to remove that suture after the recovery. Then the packaging, it can be used for films and coating papers. PHBV can be used. Thank you.